Hello everyone, good day and welcome back to another of our training. Okay, so in today's video we are going to be taking it a step further and then looking to build a forex robot that takes advantage of pending order. So instead of entering exactly when our confirmation or once our conditions are met, maybe we want to have our trade triggered at a pending order. Okay, so for instance, if we continue from the last projects that we were building, this is the engulfing candle project. I just renamed it. Okay, so we said if there are no trades, we want to check if the previous candle, right? So if candle ID 2 is a bearish candle, and then if that's true, we want to check that candle ID 1's close is higher than candle ID too high. And then if that condition is met once per bar, we want to open a trade. And remember that in our buy conditions, in our buy and sell, we decided to use a risk reward system where depending on what our lot size is, or depending on what our stop loss is, our take profit will be 2 times assets. So in today's training, what we're going to do is we're going to still use the same engulfing candle EA, meaning that if there is a bullish engulfing candle, which is, so we have a bearish candle, right? So we have a bearish candle followed by, obviously with wicks probably, and then it is preceded by a bullish candle, which is, which the high of that bullish candle covers the close of that bullish candle covers the what do you call it, the high of the previous bearish candle, and this will pass as a bullish engulfing candle. On the other hand, a bearish engulfing candle will be where a bullish candle and followed by a bearish candle that completely engulfs it. So this would be a bearish engulfing. Okay, and if this condition is met, what we want to do in the previously, if this condition is met, we wanted our EA to sell here and then put our stop loss above here and our take profits 2 times our risk. So what we're going to do now is still going to be looking for the same conditions. So for instance, the bearish engulfing candle, if the bearish engulfing condition is met, which is this here, if the bearish engulfing condition is met, what we want our EA to do is we don't want it to open a trade instantly. Instead, we want our EA to look at the median, that's 50% of this current engulfing candle, right? So that means take into consideration the high and the lowest price. So even if the low is like this, take into consideration the high and the low of this candle, and then find the midpoint of that candle and set a pending sell, in this case here. And it's only when price come back here and our trade will be triggered and going after our target. So this way you can see the advantage of something like this is that our risk would be smaller, right? So for instance, imagine if, so let's say this is the bearish engulfing candle. Previously, it will open a sell here, and then our stop loss will be here, and it will be going after 2 times our risk. In this instance, what it will do is our stop loss will still be here. However, it's going to take into consideration the lowest price plus the highest price, divide that by 2, so it will find the mid price, and then to set a pending order there, and that is where it would, if that is met, if the price were to come back up, so 5, if price were to come back up here, that's then and only then would our trade be executed. So you can see now that our risk is smaller than before, and this is basically the advantage of maybe doing something like this. And the disadvantage there would be that sometimes price may not pull back, price may just continue to go down, in which case you won't get triggered on the trade. Okay, so but for this particular class, we're going to be showing how you can build basically the whole idea here is about the pending order. So irrespective of the concepts you're using, you can apply the concept of how you can integrate pending orders into your trade. And obviously the same thing I said here, the inverse would be for the bullish engulfing. So let's see how we can do that together. And then in the next video, we're going to now backtest download our project and backtest what we just built. So firstly, we're going to just delete this because we don't need it anymore. Okay, so because we don't need to execute a buy instantly. So what we are going to do, because remember, one of the first things we want to do is ensure that if we have a condition met and there's a pending order, we want to be able to delete that pending order if so let's say we have a bullish pending order based on the bullish engulfing condition met, and let's say price continues to run, right? You know, this pending order will still be here. So what we want to do is delete this pending order if there's another bullish condition met somewhere at the top. So it will delete this one and then use that one. Okay. So for that purpose, what we're going to do is we're going to come here and under trading action and say delete pending order. So we're going to drag delete pending order tab here like so. Let's just adjust this down a little bit. So delete pending order tab, we'll double click on it and look at, because it's buy condition, so we'll select just buys, okay? And then we'll leave this at stop and limit. So we update this, okay? So once per bar, delete pending order, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to now go to buy and select our buy pending order. So previously we used buy now, but now we're going to use buy pending order. Okay. So we'll drag this out and double click on it. And then we want to modify our parameters. Okay. So what we do is under open price, instead of using ask, what we do is we just say select custom price. Now for here, look at this place that says, okay, let's just keep going. Now, remember what we wanted to do. So let me draw this out again. Let me draw this out again for you guys. So we have bullish engulfing, which is kind of like a bearish candle that is followed by a big engulfing bullish candle. So followed by something like this. Okay, and then what we want to do, or what we want our EA to do, is come to the middle price and place a pending order. Okay, now how do we find this middle price? Well, the middle price is the highest point in this candle plus the lowest point in this candle, divide that by 2. Okay, so basically that means the price we're looking at is going to be under candle. So here under candle, what we want to select is instead of candle close, we drop this down and select candle. You can see here median price. That's the high plus the low divided by 2. Okay, and ensure that we're looking at candle ID 1. Okay, now one of the very important thing is this price offset. Now price offset is saying, okay, so after doing this calculation, do you want an offset? So if we say something like 20 pips, that means it will take this price and add 20 pips to it, but we don't want an offset in this case. So let's just keep this at 0, okay? And then our stop loss, basically our lot size, we defined our lot size here, okay? And then for our stop loss, we're still going to use a custom price level. Okay, so remember we want our stop loss to be, in this case, this would be our stop loss, the low of the candle. So what we're going to do is select, custom price level, select candle, and look at candle low. Okay, so because this is a buy signal, so our stop loss is a candle low of candle ID 1. Okay, and then for take profit, remember we want to use a percentage, our take profit based on the percentage from stop loss. So we're going to select this and select our 200%. You can obviously refer to the last video if you don't understand this, okay? And then that's the condition. So basically, we're going to buy, there's going to be a pending order placed. Once the condition is met, there's not going to be an instant buy. Instead, there's going to be a pending order placed. And that pending order will be triggered based on the median price of the bullish engulfing candle, okay? And then that's it. So we click on updates, okay? And we connect this to this, and then the buy leg is formed. So what we do is we do the same thing for the sell side, and we first of all we select, okay, if they are if basically delete pending order, delete previous pending order if a new one is formed. So this would be for sell. I will click on updates, and then we just connect this to this. I will do the same thing here. We go over to sell, okay? To sell now. No, not sell now. We're going to need sell pending order. So let's delete this one, and we're looking for sell pending order, okay? And yeah, so we double click on this, we'll do the same thing. Remember, for the sell side, we are looking at kind of like a similar situation where we have a bullish candle, right? So we have a bullish candle followed by a bearish engulfing, sorry, followed by a bearish engulfing candle, right? And what we want to do is so this is the signal for a sell. However, we don't want to sell immediately. We want to sell at the mid price of this candle. So we want to place a pending order here, okay? And we want our stop loss to be above this high, and then we want our take profit to be 2 times our risk. So basically 2 RR. Okay, now to build this, what we want to do is what do we want to open the pending order? So we select custom price level, okay, and then we select candle. Okay, now here what we want to do is select the median price. So median price, which is the high price plus the low price divided by 2, which is this price here. And we want to ensure we're looking at candle ID 1. Okay, remember for our pips offset, we want to leave this at 0 because we don't want any difference with that. Okay, and then for our volume, we're just going to use our lot size. For our stop loss, we're going to use custom price level, okay, because we want our stop loss to be the high of this candle. So we're going to select candle, okay, and then we're going to select the candle high in this case. So it will be the candle high, not open, so the candle high, and then we're going to select ID of candle ID of 1. And then for our take profits, we're going to use a percentage from stop loss, which is 2 times our risk, that's 200%. And that's it. So basically what we're saying is if the condition is met, you want to place a pending order at the mid price of the engulfing candle, our stop loss should be the high of that candle, and our take profit should be 2 times our risks. And so you click on updates, and we have that condition set for the sell side, and there you go. So we have our pending order trades based on our previous engulfing candle condition. We have our pending order bots based on that condition, and what it's going to do is it's going to say, oh, if there are no trades, check the buy conditions, which is candle ID 2 bearish? Okay, if that's true, check if candle ID 1's close is higher than candle ID 2's high. If that's true, once per bar, make sure that there are no previous pending order. If there were any previous pending pending order, delete that, and then set a new pending order with the median price, a stop loss at the high, and our take profits 2 times our risk. Okay, so that's and we'll be testing our project in the next. So we're going to download and test our file in the next video. Remember the the file for this particular project is going to be in the project file or in the course workspace. You can obviously download it. Remember, this is only going to work on the designated broker that's ANZO Capital out there. So feel free to create an account, basically a live account, and then you can test it on the strategy tester page. Okay, so interesting. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful one.